Hello, my nerdlings. I want to have a conversation with you all about something very important about LARPing, or technically any kind of role-playing game such as Dungeons and Dragons, or anything of that sort that can seriously affect you and the people around you. I'm gonna start off by calling it character bleed, but it's going to go into so much more of that. Character bleed is what we call when emotions and things that happen to your character bleed over and affect you in your real life. Such things as if something traumatic happens to your character, it can affect you and your own stress levels and anxiety and things like that. And it's very important to keep things in check when you play these sorts of games. Character bleed can also happen in positive ways where it can make you happy and it can be really great. But there's also a huge importance to know the difference between your life and your character's life, and to know that they are not the same, and know that even though you play your character is not you. I had a huge problem with this last year when everything was shut down and my work was closed for 4 months. I was sitting at home going insane because I'm an introverted extrovert. I like having quiet time, but when it comes down to it, I need people. I need social time. I crave being surrounded by people. And I wasn't getting that, not being at work and having LARP games canceled, and D&D wasn't happening. Some of us were playing online here and there, but it just wasn't as satisfying as actually being there in person and having real people around you that you could, hug and talk with and have that warmth and happiness from everybody. And not to mention, this was when I started realizing that my relationship that I was in with my now ex-fiance wasn't going to work. And I was desperate for an escape. And LARP is an escapism, and that's great when you do it for a weekend. And yeah, you're gonna do things in between games to plan, maybe work on your costumes, maybe do a little bit of roleplay chit chat with other people in game to see what's gonna happen before the next game, but that should not take over your entire life. And that is exactly what I let happen. I was roleplay chatting with a group of friends every single day, almost from sunup to sundown for those first couple months. And it was wonderful because things weren't good in the real world. We were surrounded by COVID and my relationship was not good. And I was struggling so much. And it was that 1 ounce of happiness that I had, and I just grabbed onto it, and I got absolutely lost in it. And yeah, it wasn't healthy. It wasn't healthy at all. And I have 100% learned that you can't let that happen. And now I have learned how to recognize when I start doing that. And I also have friends in real life that do go to LARP that can help keep me in check and be like, hey, you're getting a little obsessive, over obsessive over this, because I am a person that will find something and obsess over it. But there is also a difference when you get over obsessive over something. And so I have people such as my current partner who can keep me in check, and I'm so grateful for him for that. But ooh, yeah. it's a lot. And I know so many people in my LARP group were struggling with that when everything was shut down. One of our big arguments that our overall group had when things were shut down is whether we should be playing or not. And, you know, the right answer was no, there's a freaking pandemic going around that is highly contagious. No, we should not be playing. But one of the counter arguments that people were having was, you know, LARP is my therapy and it's what I need to keep myself sane. And that was one of the things that got the games to happen again. Now, LARP is not therapy. It can help, but it should not be a substitute for actual therapy. And if you are going to use it to help with your therapy, you need to be discussing that with your actual therapist first. You know, you can't just rely on your escapism to your character to fix your problems in real life. Can it help you grow? Absolutely. Can it help you overcome things? Like, I'm working on my PTSD with things with LARP, and it's great. I was sword fighting with my partner the other day, and normally when things come at my face, I freak out, which is why I don't do monster shifts, because people are literally just coming to attack me when I play a monster, which is why I don't do that, because then it triggers my PTSD, and I freak out, and I have a meltdown. But I'm trying to overcome that, which is why I'm doing, you know, practice sword fighting with someone that I trust, and someone who's also going to pay attention to me and how I'm feeling, and, you know, pull back if he notices that I'm getting overwhelmed, which that hasn't happened yet. Of course, we've taken things very easy, but like, that's a huge improvement. However, that should not be therapy. I should be going to an actual therapist to be discussing these things. I should not just be relying on LARP to fix my problems. And that's a lot of things that a lot of people need to realize. I understand insurance in America sucks. The world is very messed up, especially in this country. And therapists aren't always affordable, but it still doesn't make the excuse that, you know, you should be using LARP as therapy, because you shouldn't. And there's just, yeah, there's a lot that goes into all of this. But I hope other people can relate to me with this issue, and I hope what I'm saying makes sense. And I hope I'm not just rambling on and on and on for no reason. But I really wanted to get these thoughts out and these feelings out and have this conversation, because I'm gonna start holding myself accountable for the things that I do, and I think other people should too. I hope this was insightful. Thanks for going on this adventure with me down this rabbit hole, and if you guys liked this, click like and subscribe. Hopefully I'm gonna be doing more nerdy content again, and join me next time. Thanks for watching. Bye!